So let's talk about the PlayStation Neo. Believe it or not, this isn't the first time a console manufacturer has created a significant hardware expansion mid-generation. It's happened several times before, with mixed results. Here's how other manufacturers have failed and occasionally succeeded, and what Sony can learn from the past. The TurboGrafx-16 was a late 80s Japanese console that beat Sega and Nintendo's 16-bit models to market. It was designed to be expandable, with CD-ROM-based expansions, upgraded video output, improved sound, several varieties of RAM expansion, and optional internal storage memory. The console was a big hit in Japan. But manufacturer NEC didn't know when to quit. The company kept creating more and better hardware expansions for the platform, eventually producing a fragmented market culminating in the massive Japan-only SuperGrafx spin-off, which was a colossal failure. Worse, NEC couldn't duplicate its initial Japanese success when it came to the US. The expensive variety of hardware iterations added extra cost and split consumers at a time when the Genesis and SNES promised simpler solutions. The 32X was a Frankensteinian monstrosity, stacking on top of the Genesis cartridge port, but also requiring cross-cabling to the back of the Genesis, its own power supply, and awkward RF shielding plates wedged between the external components. Genesis fans and detractors alike dubbed the awkward stacking of the CD and 32X expansions the Tower of Power. With 4 different categories of Genesis games on store shelves, including Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, and the 32X plus Sega CD combo titles, Sega fragmented its consumer base, and by the time the 32X hit shelves, Sega had already teased its next-gen console, the 32-bit Saturn. Consumers weren't thrilled at the thought of paying a hefty chunk of cash when they knew something better was on the horizon, and this hurt customer loyalty. The N64's curious half measure is one of the more successful examples of a video game hardware expansion. The N64 expansion pack was a simple, inexpensive plug-in that increased the base RAM of Nintendo's 64-bit console. In most games, this was used as an enhancement option, providing better resolution or textures, though a few required it. The expansion pack was easy to understand, plug and play, and most importantly, it was cheap. Any N64 owner could pick one up for less than the cost of many games, and significantly upgrade the capabilities of their hardware. Around the same time, Nintendo chose to iterate on its venerable Game Boy hardware with the Game Boy Color. Beyond the new color graphics, the GBC also included more powerful core components. But Game Boy Color very wisely included total backward compatibility and was inexpensive. Time will tell as Sony's grand experiment will work, but hopefully they're looking carefully at the lessons of the past as they prepare for the future of PlayStation. For more on this, stay with your friends here at IGN.